Good evening, everyone. It's Wednesday, 9 p.m. Brazil time, and it is time for class. If you don't know me, I'm Renata. I'm here every Wednesday along with my partner MC, who is in Canada, and we are here to help you take your English from okay to the English that 2% of Brazilians actually speak. The English that will help you reach your dreams, your professional dreams, and help you get the English that your career demands. So welcome to class. Today we have a special pronunciation class, and I'm going to invite my partner MC over to our class. Hi Junior, hi George, hi Junior. And with Canada. Hi Guilherme. Hey partner.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, and you?
Good, good. Can't complain.
Can't complain. Well, we're going to talk about a mistake today. Hello, João Vitor. Hi, how are you? Also, Milena, your friend, right? Isn't she your friend? Isn't that your friend? I think that's your friend, Milena.
Yes, she is.
Anyway, we're going to talk about something that is a common mistake among anyone. Beginners, intermediate students, fluent speakers, advanced speakers, and I might even blow your mind today, partner.
Wow.
I just might blow your mind today with what I have to say. It's going to be a very practical class. We're going to do a quiz. While we're doing the quiz and you're guessing, the right way to pronounce, I'll give the answer and give you the rules and explain why that is. And I'm talking about the S and the Z in English.
Ooh.
Many times the S in the middle of two vowels, which in Portuguese we interpret as a Z, is not a Z. And sometimes the S at the end of a word, which in Portuguese we interpret as an S, is a Z. Yes, so we're going to go through that. We're going to see examples, and I have my old school notebook here, because I wanted to be 100% with you tonight, since Zuckerberg still has not allowed us to share the screen and add a slide.
Old
So
school,
welcome.
no problem.
Hi, Emmanuel. Hi, Bruno. Welcome to class. Mila, Jefferson. Hi, Jefferson. Welcome, welcome, guys. Leave your like here. Hit the little heart to invite more people to our class, okay? Thank you so much for your help if you are here with us every week. Okay, so basically as I said, we have these two very controversial rules. Ideally, we would have the spelling rule for you, but there are so many exceptions that the spelling is not worth it, that the rule is not worth it. So we have to just go with the flow, get a list of words that are trickier, go from there. So let's see. Okay, partner.
Yes.
We'll start from this one. And I want everyone to guess. How do you pronounce this word?
Can I go?
Yes, you can go. Everyone else, MC is going to say it, and then you guys are going to also leave your guess before I give the answer.
Okay, I believe it's use.
Hi, Denise. Hi, Milton. Hi, Paul. Hi, Niziane.
Use.
Okay, say it again.
Use.
Sorry.
Use.
With a Z?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What do you think? Use with a Z?
User, using, use. The use.
So I'm going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. Hit the heart here if you enjoy our live lessons. Please, it helps us a lot. Okay, so let's go. I started with a tricky one just because, Mila said it with a Z, Denise said with an S. All right, so I started with a hard one just because, The thing is, if you are talking about the verb to use, then you're going to pronounce it with a Z. I use my phone a lot. Use as the verb. But if you are using it as the noun, use. There's no use in that. Useful, useless. Ha. So very, can you see? I knew I would see your mind blowing and going like,
Oh my God.
Is anyone else's mind blown right now? Hi, Paula. Hi, Erica. So see, this is not something that is isolated, that only happens with use. It happens with other words too. If you have the verb and the noun spelled exactly the same way, this is going to happen a lot. So use, verb, use, noun. Why, God, why? I don't know, guys.
I don't know. English is supposed to be easy.
I'm with you. Why? Why would you have two different spellings for the same meaning? It's just a matter of category of word. The same spelling. Why? I hear you. I'm suffering with you. I'm right there. It would make my life easier too. But we can't fight it. Let's just accept it. Namaste and accept it for what it is. Okay, ready for another one, partner?
Yes, I am.
If you are new around here, MC is my partner. She works in Canada. She has been there for the last 3 years. She is a fluent speaker, but she's here to play, to be on your side. She knows your struggles. She knows what you go through. So she's going to help me and play the student. But we want to hear your answers as well, as always.
Yeah, and I have my own career goals demanding a lot of English. And by the way, I have a quick story about S and Z sound. Can I share? It's so recent. So there's a car make which is Tesla, and I used to say Tesla because that's how we say in Portuguese, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tesla. And every time I used to say, I was saying Tesla, somebody was just double checking with me, like, Tesla? And I'm like, yeah, that's what I said. And then I realized, oh, they're repeating themselves just because it's an S sound, not a Z sound. And I was like, oh my God.
And it took you a while to realize that you were saying something different from what they were repeating.
It took, yeah, basically around a handful of people correct me the same way, very gently and being subtle. So then I understood what I was doing. Oh, S. Tesla.
That reminds me of the class that we had about pronunciation of the S at the beginning of the word, which inspired me for this class. And it's one of those cases, like the S before the L, because it's Tesla, right? The S before the L. You might think, because in Portuguese, in the middle of the word before a consonant, you're going to go esla, right? You're actually going to go esla, like a Z. And in English, it's not like that. The same thing happens at the beginning of the words. Snake, sneeze, not is snake, is sneeze. But that's a different class, okay? You can go and I'm going to link that on stories later. Are you ready for the next word, everybody? Hi, Anderson.
I am. Okay.
Okay, so how do you pronounce this word? I know it looks like a 5-year-old wrote it because I have to write it backwards and I start from here, so I never calculate the side of the word very well. It starts off well and then it goes up the mountain, but anyway. So how do you pronounce that? With an S or a Z? MC.
And don't be too harsh on yourself. That's a great handwriting, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Well, I envy you, to be honest. I wouldn't be able to do that. I would say basic.
That's a bold move. That's counterintuitive. In Portuguese, we would assume it is a Z sound because it comes right between two vowels, isn't it? In Portuguese, one S between two vowels, we pronounce it like a Z, right? Mila said it's a Z. Hi, Carol. Well, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. MC, you are right. You pronounce this word basic. Basic. The adverb, basically. Anything that comes from this word is pronounced like a double S. Basic. Okay, so everybody at home, repeat with MC and I. Basic.
Basic.
Basically.
Basically. Basically.
Oh my
yeah.
God, really, Renata? Double S? Yes. Counterintuitive, absolutely different from what you would expect. But yes, it's a double S.
But I don't know
word.
why. I was saying basic. I don't know. Maybe just by hearing people, I understood that something was wrong, but not like Tesla. Tesla was like, oh, I'm very conscious and aware of the mistake, and now I'm going to change it. Basic, not necessarily. So it was kind of a fluke. Let's put it this way.
All right, next one.
That I'm going to go with a more confident self. But let's wait for the others. Let's give them 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So they have the chance to kind of think about that. And
S or Z. S or Z. And
yeah,
hit
right
a heart
down.
here. For God's sake, hit the little heart.
S or Z. You write down, type S or Z.
Mila said it's hard to hear the difference in the pronunciation. Mila, so let me make it clear for the last one. It's not basic. Basic. It's not basic. 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 Okay, so
Great.
we have Z, 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 Z for these. MC.
These.
Now I want to ask you, did you just answer because you realized it, or do you actually say it correctly? Do you say these people or these people? These people, this, and you forget to emphasize the E and you put a Z and you put a double S here. So let's contrast with the next word. That's the thing.
There we go.
This. These.
It's a long E as well, right? These.
Yes,
this.
you have to make the long E in order to make the Z. Both are important. So you go this, these.
There you go. An important aha moment for me here. Some words are easier just because if you mispronounce it, you're actually saying another word. So that's the same for off and of that you might have it there, I'm assuming. This and these. But when it comes to basic, for example, when it comes to, I don't know, what was the first word?
Use.
Use or use.
Yeah, and it can be very dangerous to mispronounce and say one word instead of the other. And where can the native speaker, the fluent speaker, the teacher listen for the mistake? Probably the next word. When you say these are, and you say these are, I can hear a clear S as a teacher, These are. So the Z is absolutely clear when there is a verb to be right after, or, however the sentence is constructed, especially with the verb to be. But anyway, and this is, these are, these are. So make sure you pronounce these two words the way they're supposed to. All right, next one, leave your little heart here. Okay, big one. This word represents a lot of words in English. My chin is weird because of the filter. Okay.
I'm not sure.
5, 4, 3. S or Z? S or Z? If you just joined us, we are working on the pronunciation of S or Z, counterintuitive many times, and doing a quiz at the same time. S or Z?
Oranges.
Put it in a sentence.
I bought some oranges.
At the supermarket.
Yeah, I bought some oranges yesterday. Z?
I love how you're like, Z? Okay, we got Jefferson saying Z, K, S, Igor, Layla, Z. Anna, Denise Z. Denise, who is our dear Emmanuel Z. Nisian, yes. Anna. Well, actually, Emmanuel and Denise are dear students. They know it's a Z because they've watched the class about that in our course. But why is this so important, guys? Stop everything you're doing right now, because this goes beyond plurals. This goes everywhere in the simple present third person, where you have a verb ending in ch, j, okay? The teapot going ch, j, anything like that. So orange, oranges. It's a Z sound. Oranges. Also include the E very strongly, okay? Any verb like wash, I wash, she washes, she washes. The ES that you're going to include is going to actually be IZ, is. Got it? So there we have a great rule that we can expand to other moments, not just for this word, but for any plural ending in ES, which also the rule is the same, okay? Plurals, nouns ending in sh, these sibilant sounds. We include the ES, like watch, watches, watch as in see, wash, any of those verbs, okay? So Z sound at the end of the word. Counterintuitive. In Portuguese, we don't have a Z, we have an S. Okay, who else's mind is blown right now? MC got it. Also, probably MC, due to practicing so much, to listening to the sound. And that's what's cool about, you know, learning pronunciation from listening. The two things are very connected. You know, you listen so much to that sound that eventually you will correct yourself because of the awareness, because you are going after that correction, right, MC? You do that a lot, right? Am I right to say that you look for improvement?
Always.
Right? So that awareness is the first step, and then you listen and listen and listen, and that also helps your pronunciation. Of course, I am simplifying the process here, but pronunciation can also be improved by listening to role models. And okay, moving on. How do you pronounce this word? Is this an S or a Z?
Okay. Let me know when I can go.
Let's see who has been paying attention. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, MC. What's the answer?
Close.
Kata said S, Ka said Z. Who has been here since the beginning of the class? If you have been here since the beginning of the class, that's a tip for you. Did you get it, partner? Did you get the tip?
No.
Are you frozen, Anita?
I'm not frozen. I'm just thinking. I'm Anita mode here.
Congelou, Anita. Do you know the meme?
Oh, my connection.
Oh, did I really?
Did I have a connection? Oh my god.
Okay, so S or Z, partner?
S.
What if it's an adjective? What if it's a verb?
Z.
Oh, Emmanuel got it. Emmanuel wrote it S and a Z. So what's the rule? If it's a verb, what do you say with the door? Close the door with a Z. Close the door.
Close the door with the Z?
Close the door.
Oh, the verb.
The verb. First the verb. Close the door.
This is close. Close the door. I was thinking about closure.
Yeah, kind of goes from the vibration sound of Z. But then the adjective, ooh, that was close. She's very close to me. Close. The adjective, double S. The opposite from far. Close
just like you.
Far from me, close to me. Double S, like we say in Portuguese. But the verb, close, with a Z. Once again, the verb is pronounced with a Z, and the adjective with an S. Jefferson said, oh, so close. So close.
I
So
can say
got
the
it?
same.
The same rule that we use for use. Use the verb, use the noun. Okay, next one. How do you pronounce this? Come on.
It's not the first time too, right?
Not the first time.
Okay. Let me know when I can go.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Watches.
S or Z?
Z. Z.
Emmanuel, I hope you're not sleepy, Emmanuel. I hope that's just your answer.
Someone who's joining now is like, wow, what are we supposed to do? Sleep?
What are we supposed to do? Yes. Z. Anna said S. Karen Z. S. Jefferson S. Ooh, okay. We got some. Mm-hmm. So remember, MC, go. What's your answer?
Watches.
Watches. Okay, so I just explained, if you missed it, that plurals and simple present third person. I watch. He watches. We change the verb or the noun, include es. Watch. When the last syllable is sibilant like that, and it's a Z sound. Watches. She watches us on TV. She watches us on TV. Not she watches us. She watches us. She watches us on TV. Very clear Z sound, especially when you have a vowel right after. This one is super common, okay? That's my mouth right there.
Oh, okay. Lipstick.
Yeah. Okay, go. Well, of course, there's one S here and one S here. How do you pronounce this word?
Let me know when I can go.
Hi, Larissa. Welcome. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you pronounce this word? SS? SZ? Z? I don't know.
Says. He says. She says. SZ.
Says. Says. Ooh, no one got this one right. Everyone guessed it was an S. It's a Z. I said it was a common mistake before I showed it. Guys, okay. Everyone, it's a Z. She says I'm okay. She says I'm crazy.
But did you see what I did? I actually was thinking about S. I started to say with an S sound, and then I was like, well, that feels wrong.
Sounded weird.
Yeah. And at the same time, I'm like, well, let me guess. Oh, says.
The first thing is, it's not says, okay? That's the first mistake that people make.
Oh,
yeah. I say, she says. No, I say, she says. Says. So please, you're gonna like ignore this Y here and think of She says. And the sound is of a Z. She says. Is that a song like that? No, it's you say I'm crazy. You say I'm crazy. So says with a Z. Got it? And then we have one very special word this is one of those examples that even not native speakers, but even fluent speakers, advanced speakers don't get this one right. Let's see, MC. I'm going to put you to the test right now.
I'm already in the test. Well, I've been in the test since the beginning. Duh.
There's no briefing, everybody. There's no briefing whatsoever.
She doesn't let me know. She doesn't tell me anything. Just so you know, I come here just like you. Like, whoa, it's a pronunciation class. Let's hope for the best. Yeah, the only difference between you and me is that I'm here on display representing you. Just so you don't get embarrassed, because you don't have to. All right, then I know. That one I know.
You do? Okay, Karen has a guess. Z. Isolate. Okay, Layla spelled like the way that we were supposed to say it, that she thinks. K-Z, Neura Z. Layla, A-S. All right, so MC, go. Which one?
All of a sudden, I'm not confident anymore. I'm going to say isolated. Isolated.
Isolated. Isolated. Not iso. Double S. Isolated.
That's the, oh no, that's not the same as the pestle. It's
It's
different.
completely counterintuitive. It's completely
Yeah.
crazy. I know that it's hard to get used to that. And to be honest, this then basic and isolated were two words that it took me a while to realize I was saying wrong. You know, back of course years and years ago. But after starting to teach, it took me like a couple years to realize, like, you know, it's not basic. And still, you know, people with fluent English that said the word incorrectly around me, like basic, basic. Like, no, basic, isolated, you know. So there you have it, double S, not a Z. One more to those who are paying attention.
Let me know when I can
Are you
go.
paying attention? Were you here since the beginning? Were you here in the middle? And can you do it now?
Now I know.
What about the audience? Do you guys know what you're supposed to say now? Which one? Is it pronounced with an S? Is it pronounced with a Z?
Emmanuel, we are together in this. Come on. Where's Emmanuel?
Is this a Z or an S? Is this a Z or an S?
I made a mistake one time. I didn't get the second time, but now I did. It's right there. And Isiane got it.
And I'm gonna give you a tip if you still didn't get it. This is not a plural. It's not like oranges or watches. It's not a plural. And this word can be many kinds of words. It's not just one type of word. It can be different categories. That's the tip that I have for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we have it. So Niziani got it. Some of you said Z, some of you said S. You're all right. Everyone is right because it can be an S, it can be a Z. But the right answer would be S or Z. If it's a verb, what do you say? Excuse me. I remember
Z.
Rachel, there's a Rachel line where she goes, excuse me. Or the noun. That was a terrible excuse.
Excuse.
That was a terrible excuse. Excuse me, Z. Excuse me. That was a terrible excuse. Double S. Ha! 3 times, because practice.
In our faces.
And I just want to wrap up now. I want to wrap up our class with one of the first words that we learn in the English language. One of the first things that we learned probably.
I know.
You do? Day 1 of English classes. Let me know if this is the one. Was that it?
No.
Okay. So this word, how do you pronounce this verb? With an S or with a Z?
This is Z.
Layla wrote her answer.
This is
Emmanuel did too.
This is.
Okay. Let's just, before I give you the answer, I just want to compare with this. How do you say this?
What's your name?
Exactly. So Denise said Z. Renata said Z. Emmanuel Z. Okay, guys, pay attention then. This verb is pronounced like a Z. As MC said, this is, not this is, you know, my room. This is my car. This is my car. This is our car. This is our. I can hear the Z very clearly. When I say this, then what's?
What's your name?
What's your name? What's this? What's this? Perfect. But then the isolated verb or the non-contracted verb is pronounced like a Z. is. He is. His is. I even wrote the word his here. His is. His is here. His wife is here. You know, his is. So little words like his, these, is, they are pronounced like a Z, not like an S. And why? What is the lesson that we learned here today? Why is it so important? As MC pointed out, yes, some words, they are more dangerous than others because you are changing the meaning completely when you pronounce an S or a Z, like these two. Place, place, plays, plays. Forget the spelling. Place, plays. If you say plays, but you pronounce it like place with an S, you are saying a different noun, or vice versa. Conjunction as. Okay, so be prepared for a taboo word, ugly word here. If I say this, like on double S, I am here. What? S, you are here. Ass, tushy, your bottoms.
Sushi.
Your buttocks.
Double juicy.
So as I'm here, because I'm here, one S, Z sound, ass, ugly word, taboo word, or, you know, impolite, double S. So see, you could be making a huge mistake by switching the S for the Z. So be extra careful with, you know, with the pronunciation of the Z and the S. Remember that you could be using a verb instead of a noun, using a noun instead of a verb, using S, saying a bad word instead of a beautiful conjunction, an elevated conjunction, all right? So that was the lesson of the day. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all had a great time with us here, that you can take this lesson forward, all right? And pay attention to how you are pronouncing these words from now on. Are you really pronouncing your Z's like you are supposed to? Are you pronouncing your S's like you were supposed to in the counterintuitive moments? Yes or no? You know, and that was the lesson of the night. Thank you all for coming and for participating. As usual, we have such an interactive audience with us, sending us answers and trying the exercises, right, MC?
Yeah, absolutely. We're so grateful, and we'll see you next time, next Wednesday on, well, same time, right? Same time zones, same everything. 9 p.m. Brazil time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We'll see you then. Hope you liked it.
Yes, thank you so much for the compliments. It was excellent for us as well. Thank you all. Have an amazing weekend. We are on Wednesday, the middle of the week. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye. Bye, partner.
Talk later.
Bye-bye.